welcome to all of you, to the whole of Maharashtra. You are watching Ashish sir on jkshaclassesonline.com. I am here to take care for your maths ka, the paper 1 ka LMR sessions. So we start with the first topic, chapter 1, mathematical logic. Warm welcome to all of you. Tu bolega vapas yes. Welcome to the whole of Maharashtra, to every corner of the Maharashtra, and we expect all of them to take rich benefits from this LMR sessions. We will try our hard, we'll put our best of the efforts to bring in the best to you for the last minute revision in the respective topics to our capacity, to our capacity. Coming back, the very first topic, mathematical logic. While going through the topic, you must have found that there is less of maths and more of English involved in that, but it was not that way. This topic has one more name. Ajeeb naam hai, the person who had designed the topic, Boolean algebra. It's there at school level in particular streams. I have seen few textbooks when in this topic is there as Boolean algebra. It also has got a science ka touch involved in that. I personally at electronics, in engineering electronics, we have got something called as gates, which does need the knowledge of logic in that. So quite big application of logic in the wide areas. But coming, let's this is the this is the fragments. These are the segments what I have fragmented in the topics to cover. In short, as it is LMR session, and then towards the end you can say ऐसा कौन सा segment है नहीं आप पढ़ लीजिए, its picture अभी बाकी है, few more things yet to be discussed after finishing of that. So very first thing, statements in logic. This is Ashish sir coming to you from JK Shah classes. You are watching on jkshaclassesonline.com LMR sessions on your paper 1 in subject maths and statistics. Mathematical logic, statements in logic, the very first thing. When do you call a sentence, a given sentence is a statement in logic or it's a logical statement? I would say two conditions need to get satisfied. First of all, you should declare something in that, and second, you should be able to find the truth value, whether it's true or false. Only then, only when these two conditions get satisfied. Which two conditions get satisfied? You should be declaring something in that, and second, you should be able to find the truth value of that sentence, whether it's true or false. Then that sentence can be upgraded and called as a logical statement or statement in logic, or only a statement. Else it remains a simple English ka sentence. As in, to give you an example, India is in Asia. Now India is in Asia bolke I have satisfied the first condition. I am declaring something कि India Asia में. Second, are you able to find the truth value of this statement of this sentence? It's not yet called statement. Yes, it's true. So we say both the conditions get satisfied. Therefore, India is in Asia. This sentence now can be called as a statement. Similarly, 2 plus 2 equal to 5. Saji, आपका maths तो बहुत खराब है. हाँ है. But still, I'm going on since many years. 22 years in professional teaching of maths, paper 1 and paper 2 both. But right now I am bringing to you paper 1 of SYJC. 2 plus 2 equal to 5. First of all, the first condition I have satisfied. I have declared something. 2 और 2 5 होता है. But having done that, the second condition, are you in a position to say कि true है कि false है? Yes, I am in a position. 2 plus 2 5, that's false. So we happen to say both the conditions get satisfied. So now this sentence 2 plus 2 5 is no more a sentence. We can call it as a logical, or we need to call it as a logical statement. So I think I need to give you the other side ka example. What remains as sentence and cannot be called as a logical statement? Like interrogative है, imperative sentences है. Now English थोड़ा सा in place होना चाहिए, but that's not a problem. Interrogative बोलेगा तो are you okay? Question mark. So it's an interrogative sentence. Then imperative में it's all the request making sentences, or you can say command making sentences, like please close the door. So it's a request. It's a sentence. Please close the door बोलेगा तो you haven't declared anything. You are requesting something in that. So it's not a statement. It's a sentence. Then please close the door तो हो गया. Then please give me a pen. It's again a request making statement. And then command में you can say close the door. No, close the door becomes a command. No, get out of my classroom, that's a command. So, we say these are all sentences. They do not satisfy any of the conditions which are required to be satisfied to call a sentence as a logical statement. One more important खास बात इसके अंदर what I would like to highlight is a sentence which satisfies the first condition, but due to not satisfying the second condition, it still no goes into the category of sentences. Like he is an actor. Now, when I say he is an actor, the first condition was satisfied. I did declare something in this sentence, okay, he is an actor, but since the he was not defined, the pronoun he was not defined, okay, let us forget the pronoun, the he is not defined. So, I do understand okay, when I ask you to find the truth value of this sentence, whether it is true or false, you are first going to ask me, sir, who is he? Depending on that, we are going to say it is true or false. So, मैं क्लास में मजाक में ऐसे बोलता हूँ कि शाहरुख खान इज़ एन एक्टर, तो पब्लिक बोलता है false. Bobby is an actor, my pet name is Bobby. That's again put by the students only, but Bobby is an actor, they say true. Sometimes the wild batches, they happen to go the reverse way, but that's fine, that's fine. They were able to give me the truth value true ke false, but because the he was not defined, the sentence remains as an open sentence. Can I put the word one more time? The first condition was satisfied, but the second condition, because the he is not defined, we were not able to find the truth value of this given sentence, whether it is going to go true or false, it can go either way. As in I gave you one wonderful no, example over here. So, such a sentence is then called as open sentence, it is not called as a logical statement. One more, x plus 2 is greater than 5. Now, x plus 2 greater than 5 बोल के I have declared something in this, no, x plus 2 needs to be more than 5, I declared something. But second, when I want to find the truth value of this sentence, I am not able to, because the x ka value was not supported over here. If I ask a student x plus 2 greater than 5, true hai ke false, the very immediate next question what he is going to ask me, sir, give us x ka value. We'll put into that no condition what you said, if it goes more than 5, we say true, if it goes less than 5, it goes false. That means he needs x ka value, and the x ka value was not provided. So, it can go true or it can go false. Such sentences are called as open sentences. So, with this I think so we had good enough talks about statements in logic. Just to close in, to move into the next segment, when do you call a sentence is a logical statement? Two conditions you need to keep in mind, need to be satisfied. You should declare something in that, and secondly you should be able to find the truth value, whether it is true or false. And in this topic, true and false के लिए we just use the standard notations. True के लिए capital T, I repeat, it has to be capital T, and false के लिए it has to be capital F, because small t stands for that tautological statements. So, do not use small t and small f, it has to be by compulsion, by notation, put down by all the textbooks, not the Maharashtra State Board textbook. At all the streams, it has to be capital T and capital F. Give me a moment to get into the next segment, logical connectives. Now, coming to the second segment, logical connectives. Now, this is the most crucial part of the topic. We always suggest to our batches at JKSC के logical connectives आ गया तो topic आ गया. That important is your logical connectives. Now, without wasting time, we have got 5 connectives. Let's hit one each of them, 5 connectives in all. Coming one, the first one, it's the negation. It's the negation connective. The connective is called as negation, and the symbol for that is this way. So, if I have a statement P, India is in Asia, no, India is in Asia, then the not P happens to go in this way. The not P then goes India is not in Asia, India is not in Asia, and therefore, they also happen to call this as not. I hope you heard me saying how did I read that thing. It is not of P. We do not read negation of P, it is read that way also, but quick and fast is not of P. India is not in Asia. If I give you one more example, 2 plus 2 is 5. Let us say the P, the small notation for the statement. It can be capital letter or a small letter, single letter, but the statement P stands for 2 plus 2 is 5, then the not P happens to go 2 plus 2 is not equal to 5. And the truth table goes in that way. Truth table का मतलब क्या है? There is only one statement involved in this. For the different truth value combinations of P, what will be the truth values of not P? Now, the different possible truth value combinations of P can be only 2. It can be either true or it can be false. So when P goes true, anybody can suggest the not P is going to go false, and when the P goes false, the not P goes true. Now that table is called as truth table for the negation. माने T का F का T, माने if you want to negate the true statement, it becomes a false statement. If you want to negate a false statement, it becomes a true statement. But in my language, I am quick in saying that T का F हो गया, F का T हो गया. कब? When you are negating that thing, the true becomes false, the false becomes true. So coming to the next one, that was your simple first connective. In fact, all the connectives are quite simple. You just need to go through it properly. And then we have got the next segment, the most important one, the second connective. No, there are 5 connectives in all. Second is the disjunction or. No, I would like to call it as or. We normally call it as or. Disjunction word खाली bracket में लिखा अच्छा लगता है, but in our language we happen to use continuously throughout the topic it as or. Or का notation is no that way, it goes like V. And let us say I have got 2 statements which are connected by no or. So I read that thing as P or Q. So it's like P is happening or Q is happening. P is happening or Q is happening. Now coming back to the truth table. Truth table में जाने से पहले I would like to share something over here. माने this or what you are seeing in logic or in maths, it happens to be slightly different from the or what you happen to use in your daily language. Now that or is exclusive or and this is inclusive or. Inclusive or का मतलब है कि when I say P or Q, that means either P can happen or Q can happen or both can happen. To make it very clear, I normally happen to give this example. Let us say कि आप कोई शादी में जा रहे हो, and in the invitation they had forwarded one form to you as a choice of your food, so that they don't make unnecessarily no larger quantity of food which they need to throw. So kuch log they are quite conservative in the right sense. Yes, why to waste the food? So they normally ask the guest to give their preference of food. तो soup column में उन्होंने ऐसा लिखा था टोमेटो सूप और मंचाओ सूप. So you are supposed to mark any one of it, माने either the tomato soup or the manchao soup. You cannot mark both of it. तो फिर सर्विंग वाला भी आपको एक ही बॉल में दोनों दे देगा. So that's your English का, or where you can either strictly go for P or you need to go for Q. One more good example was your form filling, after 10th for college के लिए admissions के लिए. उसमें वो sex column में you have got male female. So you are supposed to mark any one of it, and the batch really goes wild on that. So any one of that, you are not supposed to mark both of it. But this over here, the mathematical or what you are seeing can include both of it. It can be either P is happening or Q is happening, or even both can happen. So that's we called it as inclusive or. The English ka or is your exclusive or, which states either only P should happen or only Q should happen. Both cannot happen. So coming back over here, when I want to check the truth table of that, now we have got 2 statements P, Q. And then we have got P or Q, the compound statement over here. It's called as a compound statement. The P, Q are called as the prime statements, and when it gets connected by a connective, as in this case or, we say the statement formed is a compound statement. Now truth table goes in that way. What are the possible truth values of P, Q? Truth table का मतलब क्या है कि for all the truth value combinations of P, Q, what will be the truth value of P or Q? So I can see P, Q going true, true, or P going true and Q going false, or P going false and the Q going true, or both going false. Now this just reminds me of that 2 coins, tossing 2 coins. No, head, 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 tail, tail, head, tail, tail, something like that. And now what are the truth values of P or Q when it goes in that way? I do understand except the last one, which is false, the all goes true. Now we cannot memorize this thing, no, it's a simple understanding. In the or what we are saying, P or Q, at least one had to happen for the statement to go true. Either P should happen or Q should happen, or both can happen. So in those cases the statement can go true. In the last case where both are not happening, it's going to go false. So I always suggested my batch to remember my batches to remember in this way. If you want to just remember और में क्या truth table में है, just remember the or का theme. At least one should happen. कम से कम एक तो होना चाहिए था statement को true जाने के लिए. दोनों नहीं हुआ false. F F F. No mugging up. They just remember that way. कम से कम एक तो होना चाहिए था, दोनों नहीं हुआ तो false. तो F F F goes F F goes F. P false, Q false, the statement P or Q happens to go false, because when I say P or Q, kam se kam ek to hona chahiye tha, at least one had to happen for the statement to go true. So with that we move on to the next connective. LMR session hai, so we cannot talk much on any single point. We need to rush through the things. That's what you are expecting from LMR, from the last minute revision. The third connective coming in is the conjunction. That was disjunction. Conjunction is a word which most of you must have heard about in your school standards English textbooks mein. It's and. So the next connective and conjunction, I prefer to call it as simple and. The notation goes no and. It looks like a, so nobody is going to interchange your and or. No and में वो a आना चाहिए. So it comes from sets. Intersection में आपका ऐसा intersection होता है. No, I happen to read this as A intersection B. No, from 11th I always tell people to read this as A and B. So that notation is now carried over here. So it goes and. When I connect my two statements with and, it goes P and Q. I hope you heard me. I said what? P and Q. It's P is happening and Q is happening. P is happening. I love this example, simple example. I don't want to go specific in that. No, Ali is handsome and he is intelligent. Ali is handsome and he is intelligent, means he possesses both the properties. P is happening and Q is happening. Now anybody can figure out okay, the truth table will go in what way. For this statement to go true, both need to happen, else it's going to go false. So for the truth table, it's going to be quite easy. P, Q ka different truth combinations, truth value combinations, what will be the truth value of P and Q? That table then is called as a truth table for the connective conjunction and. The OR was called as disjunction. Now what are the possible combinations? We just now saw a few moments back. Both can go true, the P can go true, Q can go false, the P can go false, the Q can go true, and the both can go false. So it's easy to remember. Head, tail, head, tail, TT, TF, FT, FF. I hope it's very easy. TT, TF, FT, FF. Now you need to figure out when it's going to go true. Only in the first case. The rest all cases are going to go false. If a student starts learning all these tables, he is making a grave mistake, a big mistake. How can he learn the tables? Just learn the theme. Learn bhi nahi, just understand the theme. When I say P is happening and Q is happening, that means both need to happen. So if both are happening, the statement is true. Rest all cases mein the statement happens to go false. So TT goes T, and the rest all, we need not look also into that, the rest all happens to go false. Once again I would like to repeat that. P and Q ka matlab hai P is happening and Q is happening. Both need to happen to make the statement true. So T, 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 the rest all cases go false. Both need to happen. So if I just rehearse what happened in OR. सर पी ओ क्यू आपने अच्छा बता दिया था, कम से कम एक होना चाहिए था फॉर द स्टेटमेंट टू गो ट्रू. So either P had to happen or Q had to happen or both need to happen, because this is inclusive or what we were talking about, where even both can happen. So what was the case left out? If both are not happening, it's going to go false. कम से कम एक तो होना चाहिए था, दोनों नहीं हुआ, तो it's going to go false. F F F. And दोनों होना चाहिए. And का मतलब क्या है? Both. दोनों होना चाहिए. तो it's true. T T T T T goes T and the rest all go false. Coming to the next one. आपका 3 कनेक्टिव अभी तक कहाँ पहुँच गए हम लोग? In the series of 5 connectives. We finished off not, the negation, or the conjunction, sorry, the disjunction, and that was the conjunction. So now next coming in was your is your fourth connective. We say it's a conditional connective. It's implies if then. It's if P then Q. We call it as a conditional connective. Conditional connective. Notation goes this way. P implies Q, and read in this way. If P is happening, then Q is happening. If P is happening, then Q is happening. Check. You need to remember the connective as if then ka connective, because the statement goes in terms of if then. They hardly happen to use the word implies. Notation mein it's read as P implies Q, but connective mein it's always read as if P then Q, if then connective. हमारे students ऐसे बोलते if then connective. Now when you look into that, if P is happening then Q is happening, I just understand one simple thing. अगर P हुआ तो Q होना चाहिए था. else it is false. If P is happening, then Q is happening. So when I check into the truth table, P, Q, P implies Q. I hope you understand truth table का मतलब क्या है. For the different four combinations of truth value combinations of P, Q, what's going to be the truth value of P implies Q. So let's check into that. Both are going true, P is going true and the Q is going to go false. The P goes false, Q goes true, and the both happen to go false. So T, 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 F, F, T, F, F. Now P implies Q. चेक द स्टेटमेंट. स्टेटमेंट में ही कुछ लिखा हुआ है. अगर P हो रहा है तो Q होना चाहिए था. चेक द सेकेंड वन. P हो रहा है और Q नहीं हो रहा है. नाउ दैट गोज फॉल्स, रेस्ट ऑल हैपन टू गो ट्रू. चेक. just remember that. माने remember भी क्यों करना है? No, these are few tips what we happen to give to our students. आपका स्टेटमेंट ही वो चीज बोल रहा है. इफ P is happening then Q had to happen. If P is happening then Q is happening. Check the second one. P is happening and Q is not happening. That happens to go false. So we happen to say TF goes F. I hope you got that. Check in one more time. No, rehearse it right now. Last minute revision has to go simultaneously from my end and your end. माने you also need to put from your this thing कि okay this इसमें मैंने ये सोचा था, ये connect हो गया, ये connect नहीं हो रहा है. Let me rewind, play once again. Let me listen exactly what words he is using. If I can grab something from it, that is going to benefit me in my exams or in my revising the full topic once again quickly with the help of LMR. Coming back over here, if P is happening, I said how can a person remember not में ऐसा, or में ऐसा, and में ऐसा. Truth tables, how can somebody mug up? No, it's not possible. Mane. Nobody can try, nobody should try, and nobody is going to succeed if he or she is going to try mugging up the things over here. The theme was there in the statement itself, which says if P is happening then Q was supposed to happen. Now the second one where you are seeing the P is happening and the Q is not happening, at that time we say it's false because the statement said अगर P होना है तो Q को होना ही चाहिए था. Q नहीं हुआ, so it's going to be false. Rest all happen to go true. So now coming to the last connective, I think I am not wasting too much of time and we are not supposed to also. Can we just rewind and play quick? The first was the negation, not. The second was the or, the disjunction. और में क्या था? P और Q में क्या सोचा था? सर कम से कम एक तो होना चाहिए था, दोनों नहीं हुआ, that's going to be false. No, for the statement to be true, at least one had to happen. If both are not happening, it's going to be false. F, F, F. And सर दोनों होना चाहिए. It was very clear. P and Q. So P needs to happen and Q needs to happen. T, 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 rest all it's going to go false. If P is happening, the fourth one, conditional, it's called as implies, P implies Q. It's read as P implies Q, but the connective में the words go in this way. If P is happening, then Q is happening. If the quadrilateral is a rhombus, then he needs to be a parallelogram, something like that. If we have Bapuji, if we have Betaji, then he needs to have Bapuji. How can you have a Betaji without the Bapuji? I hope this goes well with the batch. That is why I shared with you. But forget about all those things. Statement के अंदर ही लिखा था. If P is happening, then Q is happening. So अगर P हो रहा है and Q नहीं हो रहा है, which you happen to see in the truth table at the second row. No, P is T and the Q is false. P is happening and Q is not happening. It's going to be false because the statement said if P is happening, then Q needs to happen. Coming to the last one, biconditional. Now that was conditional. Coming in the biconditional, it's if and only if. It's an abbreviation. IFF stands for abbreviation. It's an abbreviation for if and only if. I repeat it in very clear words. It's if, it's not if, it's if and only if. Exams and the textbook do happen to use abbreviation for the word if and only if. Lucky if they pronounce the full word, but if not, they say IFF, you need to understand it means if and only if. The notation goes double implies. It's P implies Q and the Q implies P. Normally I go in this way. If it goes P double implies Q, it's biconditional. Condition on Q, condition on P. This you can break it to understand what exactly it means to say. I happen to tell it in this way. It goes P implies Q and Q implies P. No, you can always break that thing as P double implies Q can always be broken into P implies Q and Q implies P. It has to be and because then both, I am so sorry, and होना चाहिए so that both come together to give you that double implies. Now when I read this, using that if then connect. It's if then over here. If P is happening, then Q needs to happen, and if Q is happening, then P needs to happen. That means either both are happening or both are not happening. Check that, check that. Once again, P double implies Q. No, I need to put that in my LMR session, my connectives ka explanation. Then we just go quick, no, ek example leke in the rest to justify the LMR session. But right now, connectives, if they are shaky, then any of my discussions or any of your revision of the further topic makes no sense. Mane, your full topic went into garbage, which we cannot afford to. The very first topic in the LMR session in your syllabus. Forget the LMR session, in your syllabus. It has to go a super topic, easy topic. Coming back, P double implies Q. I break it into P implies Q and Q implies, no, P double implies Q can be broken into P implies Q and Q implies P. Now, when I put life into this, words in this, if P is happening, then Q was supposed to happen, and if Q is happening, then P was supposed to happen. That means either both are happening or both are not happening. So, in the truth table, it was very easy for me to figure out कि क्या होने वाला है. For the different truth value combinations, T, 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 F, F, T, F, F, check please. I think the first and the last happens to go true and the center two happens to go false. Sir ji, बहुत quick बोल दिया. Either both are happening, at that time it's true, or both are not happening, even that time it's true. Rest, if one happens without the other, P is happening without Q, and over here third may Q is happening without P, that's going to go false. Can I repeat the whole thing one more time? P double implies Q, we break it into P implies Q and Q implies P. Put some life in that, put some words in that, तो समझ में आएगा. If P is happening, then Q is happening, and if Q is happening, then P is happening. That means either both are happening or both are not happening. Both are happening or both are not happening. That goes true. If one happens without the other, check that. If one happens without the other, it's going to go false. So, very easy to remember. With this, let's move into the next one. 5 connective का बात सुन लिया. It was not, or, and, if P then Q. No, if then नहीं बोलूँगा मैं. Let me put it in the right way. If P is happening, then Q is happening. And the last one was P is happening if and only if Q is happening. No, P if and only if Q. P is happening if and only if Q is happening. I didn't enjoy the theme, no, in that statement. So, I just broke it into, for my understanding, broke it into 2 parts. It's P implies Q and Q implies P. If P is happening, then Q has to happen, and if Q is happening, then P has to happen. That means either both are happening or both are not happening. One happens without the other, it's going to go false. Give me a second to move into the next one. Coming to the next segment, the third one, no, truth tables. It has got a large base application in your topic, and as far as my memory goes regarding the board papers, till date there is no such year where truth tables were not asked. So, this is one short 3 mark ka question. So, you should have a very good hand on your truth tables. Truth table ke niche I have put some subheadings: tautology, contradiction and logical equivalence. Can I start? Can I just draw first truth table for you? No, I think ek truth table karke I'll just cover my 3 subtitles, and comma you also get one touch of know how to go about with the truth tables. Surely out there all the viewers must be very comfortable drawing the truth tables, but I need to show it from my end. Now, draw the truth table for this statement, this logical statement, and then come down to some conclusion depending on the table ka last column. Table का construction goes in this way. Draw the truth table का मतलब क्या होता है? Sometimes do happen, no, my batches do happen to ask me students के what it means by saying no, draw the truth table for that statement. Now this compound statement has got only 2 prime statements, PQ, और फिर उसका मसाला mix बना के they have given you the compound statement. Now PQ का that 4 combinations truth value का, for those 4 combinations what will be the truth value of this compound statement? Now for that we need to construct a table which helps us to give us the truth value of this compound statement for all those 4 combinations of PQ. No, T, 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 F, F, T, F, F. So the table headings go in that way, the table columns. No, we go for P, we go for Q, then we build in not P, we build in not Q, then we build in the first bracket not Q or P. Okay, slightly confused, or maybe your memory is not helping you. यहाँ पे it's like your jigsaw game. No, to complete the full picture, you need to fit in those no small bits and bits ka photos to get the full full photo. Or या तो फिर I at times I know in batches which are no quite ऐसा no lively. I happen to say कि वो कबूतर का गाना गाना है हमें, तिनका तिनका जोड़ बना आशिया हमारा. No, if you have seen the birds making nest, no, they bring in no straws, they knit it, and then they make the entire nest. No, something like that has to be done over here. So keep forming small things, move to brackets, no, form the brackets, and then connect them to get the full statement. So that's happening over here in the column headings right now. P, Q, then we go for not P, we go for not Q, then we go for the first bracket, not Q, I am sorry, not Q or P, then the second bracket goes P and not P, and maybe your book ka space doesn't allow you to put that big heading over here, then you can say this statement can be then called as short or by notation A, and you can put the heading over here A. Many adopt this kind of practice. Okay, let the statement, full statement, because the column ka width normally is like too small a width. What you need to fit in over there is the capital D, capital F. The column width goes quite column width ka necessity is too small, but the heading seems to be so big, everybody happens to use that kind of practice. The full statement, let's call it A, but you need to mention that in the solution. Let's call it A and bring over here the A ka heading manne. That means the last column contains the full statement over here. Now your truth table goes in that way. Of course, you are going to draw the full table with the column lines and all those stuff. It goes TT, it goes TF, it goes FT, and it goes FF. Now coming back, not P means iska not, so it's going to go FFTT. I hope that should be pretty simple. When you not the P, it's going to go FFTT. Not the Q, so it's going to go FTFT. Check please. No, T ka not F, F ka not T, and so on. Now not Q or P. No, nazar ka धोखा table gaya. Not Q or P, not Q or P. No, I always happen to. So that makes it very ugly. No, you do it with pencil. So not Q or P. That means these two columns, the first and the fourth, needs to be connected by OR. Now OR में आपका क्या था? Sir, एक तो होना चाहिए था, दोनों नहीं हुआ, false. So you were searching F, F, F. I can see the third one going F and the rest all true. Check. Check before me hitting the final thing in the column. Check for yourself. You are connecting the first and the fourth column by a connective OR. Now OR में क्या होना चाहिए था? Sir, कम से कम एक तो होना चाहिए था. When we say P is happening or Q is happening, at least one had to happen for the statement to go true. Both are not happening, it's going to be false. So F, F, F. So finally, when I see the first and the fourth column, I see the third row mein F, F. Now that goes F and the rest happen to go true. Okay, that's done. Now P and not P. So P and, no, I hope you are reading it correctly. No, that's and, that's your OR. Now first and third column need to be connected by your AND. Now AND में दोनों होना चाहिए. No, AND is what? P and Q बोला तो both. So both should be happening. So we are searching T, T, T. Now I don't think so. In the first and the third column, I don't happen to see T, T. No, I don't happen to see T, T for me to write T. So all are going false. All are going false over here. Please check that. Let's come in one more time. You connected P, P and not P. That means the first and the third column needs to be connected by AND. Now you need to strike it. AND में हम क्या देखते हैं? दोनों होना चाहिए. T, T, T. Now in the first and the third column, when I tap it, ऐसा दूर से भी दिख रहा है. I don't see T, T anywhere in the 4 rows. So I happen to write all of them false. Now finally A क्या है? Let's read it. It's this and this. It's this and this. Of course, you don't happen to spoil your looks of the solution by doing that. But these two get connected by AND. So when I want to connect these two columns by AND, I need to search what? AND में क्या search करते हैं? दोनों होना चाहिए. T, T, T. Now once again I am seeing the same thing. Nowhere I am seeing T, 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 T. Nowhere I am seeing both going true for me to write the final answer true. The all are going to go false. I hope this was quite satisfying. Now the conclusion happens to go, do happen to write the conclusion even if not asked. It adds value to the solution. Since the truth values in the last column are false, since all the truth values in the last column are false, the given statement is a contradiction. The given statement is a contradiction. Mane, if all the time the statement happens to go false for all the combinations of the truth values, for all truth value combinations of the prime statements involved in that statement, of course my line is so confusing right now. No. Listen to it. If the statement happens to go false for all the truth value combinations of the prime statements involved in that, माने PQ के चारों चार combination के लिए आपका ये statement throughout false रहा, the statement is then called a contradiction. मगर आप अपने language में नहीं लिख सकते, just write what you observed over here. Since the truth values, what are they? They are the truth values of that statement. Since the truth values in the last column are false, since all the truth values in the last column are false, the given statement is a contradiction. And if you cannot manage to write this much, at least put the conclusion, the given statement is in bold letters or underline something like that, it's a contradiction. So give me a moment and I jump onto one more table. I need to clean up the screen, so I would not like you to check कि मैं ये screen कैसे साफ करता हूँ. Let's check the next one. One more truth table. It helps. Let's construct the truth table and check कि statement tautology था, contradiction था, या neither of them. The statements go in the columns in this way. तिनका तिनका जोड़ आशिया बना हमारा. You form the tits and bits and just keep joining them till you get the full statement. So we start with PQ, then comes in not P, not Q. Then comes in the first bracket, then comes the second bracket, then comes the second bracket का not, and then comes the full statement. Check that. PQ बना लिया, not P, not Q, छोटे छोटे टुकड़े बना लिए. Now let's move to bracket. First bracket, then it comes the second bracket, then second bracket का not in a separate column, and then the full thing. Check that please. Not P or not Q. Okay, done. First bracket done. Second bracket P and Q done. Second bracket ka not of P and Q, that's also done. And then the full statement we call it A. You need to say that in your solution at the beginning, and we put the column as A over here when the full statement comes in. Now the table, the combinations go TT, TF, FT, FF. Check please. I think everybody is comfortable with this much. Now P ka not, so it goes FF, TT. Now Q का not, it goes FT, FT. Now संभाल के, not P or not Q. Now what do we happen to see in or? Sir, एक तो होना चाहिए था. When we say P or Q, at least one had to happen to make the statement true. Both are not happening, it's going to be false. F, F, F. The first one goes F and the rest goes true. Check. No, F, F goes F. The rest are going true. Now P and Q. That's easy. वो तो table ही देख लिया था. P and Q, easy, difficult, सब एक ही है. When you want to see and, both should be happening. The first one, in the two columns, the TT needs to go T. The first one goes T and the rest all go false. Can I come in for that one more time? P and Q, or let's say and बोला तो क्या? Both need to happen. It is T, T, T. If P is happening, Q is happening, it's going to go true. The rest all are going to go false. T, T, it goes true. The rest all are false. Now the next, I think so, not of P and Q, माने इसका not, ये column का not. So it's going to go F, T, T, T. Check please. I'll be slightly out of the screen, but I hope nobody minds that. The last column. Now you need to read the last column. You cannot connect any two wrong columns using the connectives, please. Your A statement says it's this and this connected by double implies. You are not going to make it that ugly, but ऐसा समझाने के लिए, that column and that column needs to get connected by double implies. Now what is double implies? Last one. Double implies बोला biconditional. If P is happening, then Q is happening, and if Q is happening, then P is happening. Let's cut it short. Let's make it quick. So दोनों होना चाहिए या दोनों नहीं होना चाहिए. Both are happening or both are not happening. One happens without the other, it's going to go false. I can see both are not happening, true. Both are happening, true. Both are happening, true. Both are happening, true. It's FF also going T and the TT also. Can I punch that thing one more time? P double implies Q. Both are happening or both are not happening. One cannot happen without the other. How did you figure out that at the start? So we broke that P double implies Q into P implies Q and Q implies P. If P is happening, then Q is happening, and if Q is happening, then P is happening. That means either both are happening or both are not happening. Over here, when you see this and this column, both are not happening. T, 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 and even FF also goes T. FF, T, 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 and the T, T, T. All are going T. So then the conclusion comes in this way. Since all the truth values in the last column are true, the given statement is a tautology. if the statement happens to go true for all the truth value combinations of the prime statements involved in that compound statement, then that compound statement is called as a tautology. No, 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 don't rewind and play. हम हमारे हिसाब से समझ लेंगे. सर दिख रहा है तो इतना confusing क्यों? मैं भी वही बोल रहा हूँ. If all the statements, if all the truth values in the last column happen to go true, then the statement happens to be called as a tautological statement. So we put it in that way. Since all the truth values in the last column are true, the given statement, please write that, the given statement is tautology. Tautology, just underline or make it bold or make it in capital letters. If you want to cut down the comment, at least at the end put the conclusion, the given statement is a tautology. But I don't think so it's difficult to put down the full thing. Since all the truth values in the last column are true, the given statement is a tautology. You need to give me one more second to clean up the screen to give me the to give you an example of logical equivalence. How with the help of truth tables you can prove the two statements are logically equivalent if they are. So give me a second please. Okay, the third one, the third table. I need to show that this is equivalent to this, and if you are looking at into it, I think you may be recalling it's the De Morgan's law. No? The not of P and Q becomes not P or not Q, taught at 11th standard, but we will come to that under the heading of negation. But right now let us figure out how to prove it. With the help of table, truth table, you can always prove the two statements are logically equivalent if they are. Let us do it. Again the same theme, how do you make the table column headings? So we pick up tits and bits and we keep connecting till we get the full thing. So P, Q, then at this end I can see not P, not Q, then we go for the bracket, then we go for the not of that bracket, that finishes off the left hand side, and we then also construct the right hand side ka column in the last column. So coming back, we go for P and Q. No, maybe I disturbed, thoda sa rhythm tod diya. Let's bring in one more time. We go for P, Q, small p, sorry not small p, not P, not Q. Then we go for P and Q, the bracket, then the not of that bracket, not of P and Q. Now that completes my left hand side, so I just put a heading over here, that's my column A. It's my habit to support my AND statement. Wherever the left hand side of the of the statement, of the logically equivalent statement happens to fall in the column, that column ka name I happen to give it as column 1 or column A. Next, not P or not Q, I think we can fit into over here. No, that's column B. The right hand side, जहाँ पे भी गिरा, in whichever column we, it happens to go in the last column only. That's the last thing what you happen to construct in the table. So the last column we put the heading as column B. This is to give my end conclusion. करके मैंने यहाँ पे heading दिया है column में column B. Now I hope the column headings were very clear. No P, Q, not P, not Q. Then we went for the bracket, then the not of that bracket. That was the column A, wherever the left hand side falls in, and then your right hand side, that becomes the column B. Now let's check. We go T, 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 F, F, T, F, F. That's the four combinations we are talking about. P ka not, it goes F, F, T, T. Now that should be quick. Q ka not, no, that's the Q ka not. It's going to be F, T, F, T. And now slow down. P and Q. The two columns need to be connected by AND. AND bola dono hona chahiye tha. T, T, T. The first one goes T and the rest happen to go false. Checking the next column ka heading, it's not of this column, not of P and Q. So not of this column goes F, T, 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 check. And now last column, it's not P or not Q. I hope you understand that's or, that's your and. No, that you can see it as A. And not P or not Q. Or में कम से कम एक तो होना चाहिए था sir. We say P or Q. At least one had to happen for the statement to go true. If both are not happening, it's going to go false. F, F, F. So the first one goes F. I can see that when I'm connecting these two columns by over. Or the F, F, F is the first entry, that goes F, and the rest are going true. Check. Now when you see that, check that. No, it matches. It matches. All the four combinations ka truth value combinations with the values have matched. So we don't happen to do that kind of thing, but we just happen to put a nice conclusion over here. Since the truth values जो दिखता है वही लिखना है. Since the truth values in column A and column B are identical, you can see, no, they are same to same. Since the truth values in column A and column B are identical, we copy that. The LHS equal to RHS. Don't write LHS equal to RHS. Better copy that thing. Just stating that we have proved it. Okay, that is equal to this. The not of P or Q, the not of P and Q, sorry, is equal to not of P or not of Q. We happen to know that thing as a De Morgan's law. Coming in वही आ रहा है अभी. But I hope the purpose of your truth table was well served in this 10-15 minutes, and you must have got a good touch into this truth tables. But once again, before I move to next segment, truth tables पे your good hand is so necessary, because in fact every year student just goes by truth table. I don't happen to say कि they don't happen to refer any other stuff. truth table पे उनका focus ज़्यादा होता है, because everybody knows कि एक sum minimum आपका truth table base होता है, because truth table has got no quite good applications. So you may be lucky to happen to solve 2 truth tables in your board exam, but minimum एक तो compulsory होना ही है. So need to have a good hand on it. I just supported it with 3 sums. I cannot with more than that. But now moving to the next segment, the negation. Now negation में दो headings है, negation of compound statement and it's the quantified statement. Quantified statement second part है, compound statement. फिलहाल I have just written all the compound statement. Compound statement means what? It needs to be get connected by connective. So we have got P or Q, P and Q, P implies Q, and last is P if and only if Q. Now we are supposed to write the negations of that. So that's the thing what we are discussing. No, negation of all these compound statements. So let's check into each of them. Now I think so first one is quite easy. I can see that it's negation of my compound statements. Now not of not P goes P. I hope that's very easy, nothing much to discuss in that. माने P का not है और उसका अगर आप not कर दोगे, you're going to come back to P. So not of not P is back to P. Not of P or Q becomes not P and not Q. And not of P and Q becomes not P or not Q. Did I go fast in that? Not of P or Q becomes not P and not Q. Not of P and Q becomes not P or not Q. Now that's your De Morgan's law. If I am not wrong, we all know this is De Morgan's law. No, we are studying that right from few schools also have been putting this in their last 10th ka grade mein, when they happen to put that sets. No, sets maybe we had something like that. Now the or becomes and, दोनों के हो गए dash. The and becomes or, दोनों का हो गया dash. Check that please. Or becomes and, दोनों का हो गया dash. Dash बोला तो negation. It's like complement in your sets. And becomes or, दोनों का हो गया dash. So if I cite one example, let us say कि Ali is handsome, Ali is hardworking and he is intelligent. Now if I want to negate this statement, and बनेगा और दोनों के हो जाएंगे dash. So Ali is not intelligent or Ali is not hardworking. Check me once again. I gave you one statement P and Q and then I asked you to make the negation of that. Statement goes in this way. The P and Q happens to go in this way. Ali is intelligent and he is hardworking. The negation of P and Q, not P or not Q, and बना और दोनों के हो जाएंगे dash. So Ali is not intelligent or Ali is not hardworking. So we put the answer in that way. No, putting the heading as negation and then using the De Morgan's law, we happen to put the answer in that way. The statement ka negation goes in that way. Or ka example, let me put the same example with or. Ali is intelligent or he is hardworking. The original statement goes P or Q and you are asked to write the negation of this. So you are asked to write not of P or Q, which goes not P and not Q by De Morgan's law. और बनाए दोनों के लग गए डैश. Ali is not intelligent and Ali is not hardworking. Maybe let me put it one more time. The original statement P or Q went in this way. Ali is not intelligent. Ali is intelligent or he is hardworking. That's my P or Q. You are supposed to write the negation of this statement. That means I gave you P or Q. You are supposed to write not of P or Q, which happens to go not P and not Q by De Morgan's law. और बना and दोनों के लग गए dash. दोनों का हो गया dash. Sorry. Ali is not intelligent and Ali is not hardworking. Check that. Ali likes milk or Ali likes tea. Ali likes milk or tea. So we happen to say Ali does not like milk and he does not like tea. और बना and दोनों के हो गए not. ऊपर लिखा था मैंने P और Q में Ali likes milk or tea. I had to write the negation of this P or Q statement what I gave you. Not of P or Q happens to go not P and not Q by negations, by De Morgan's law. So we need to write the answer, Ali does not like milk and Ali does not like tea. और बना and दोनों के लग गए dash, दोनों का हो गया dash. लग गए dash बोलेगा तो दोनों पे लग गए dash. I hope you won't mind me saying that language. So De Morgan's law in Polish language, yes, of course you can always sing it in that way. Not of P or Q goes not P and not Q. Not of P and it's not of. P and Q goes not P or not Q. For me, it's more better, more comfortable. और बना and दोनों के हो गए dash. And बना और दोनों के हो गए dash. I just need to write बाजू में using De Morgan's law. Now coming to that, not of P implies Q. Now batches do happen to learn all these things. वो एक notes बना के रखते हैं. I don't understand. If you are comfortable with the understanding of P implies Q, let's put in life in that statement. If P happens, then Q needs to happen. So when it's going to go false, when P is happening and Q is not happening. If you remember the truth table, it was TF which was going F. The P was happening and the Q was not happening, and that's what we need to write the answer over here. Sir, how? They're asking me to what? To write the false part of that connective. Now when they say write the negation of P implies Q, assuming that P implies Q is a true statement, we need to falsify that thing when we want to write the negation. I hope it makes sense. When they ask me to write not of P implies Q, they are asking me to write the false part of P implies Q, because P ka not, if the P goes true, the not of P happens to go false. So assuming that P implies Q was true, they are asking me to write when it is false, and we know when it is false. When P is happening and Q is not happening, it's going to go false. It was there in the table. Let me recollect that thing. If P is happening, then Q is happening, or if P is happening, then Q needs to happen. In the table we saw TF happening Fy, TF happening TF happening Fy. P was happening and Q was not happening, and the statement said if P has to happen, then Q also needs to happen in that case. And in my case, the P was happening, Q was not happening, we said it's going to go false. That's the answer what they're asking us to write over here. When is my imply going to be false? When is my imply going to be false? When P is happening and Q is not happening. In fact, I ask students to remember that way. P and not Q याद करेगा तो याद करना पड़ेगा. Try to connect the things what you know. If P happens, then Q needs to happen. In the table we saw something, TFF. P was happening, Q was not happening. That's natural, it has to go false, because the statement said if P is happening, then Q needs to happen. And over here they are asking me to write when is my imply false. So we saw that TFF. The P is happening and the Q is not happening. At that time the P implies Q happens to go false, because the condition says if the P has to happen, then Q needs to happen. P is happening and Q is not happening. At that time the imply happens to go false. So I always ask students, in my notes also I have been always writing over here in my PDF notes what we provide to our batches for the full topic. उसमें यहाँ पे I have strictly put a note over here. Don't try to mug up that. Don't try to learn that. Because if you learn things in and or not, there is a very high tendency. In fact, there is a confirmed probability, confirmed chance that you are going to interchange the and to or to and. Not कहाँ था, तूने कहाँ लगा दिया, वो सब होने वाला है. So don't try to mug up. Try to create a subject behind your understanding. माने things get connected. हमने शुरू में वो टेबल में कुछ बात देखा था which now gets connected over here. टेबल में P implies Q में false कहाँ हुआ था? जहाँ P हुआ था and Q नहीं हुआ था वहाँ false हुआ था. तो वही तो उन लोग पूछ रहे, right? Implies is false when P is happening and Q is not happening. Likewise over here also. If you check out the rule over here, it looks so ugly. You cannot learn that thing. In fact, you are going to agree the very next moment when I am going to write that thing. When is P double imply Q false? You know it very well. P double implies Q में होता क्या है? Either both need to happen or both need not happen. Both are happening or both are not happening, it's going to go true. We are here to write when is double imply false, when one happens without the other. So it goes in this way, P is happening and the Q is not happening, or the Q is happening and the P is not happening. Can I help you once again? See, I didn't read this as P and not Q or Q and not P. I am comfortable, but then students at a very young age, when they are learning all these things for the first time, they look at the rule, it seems so ugly. It's very easy for any student, any smartest student in the batch to interchange and to ors, because he is not putting his thought process into that. A simple thought process, not something more you need to think about it. When you look at the table of double implies, it just says one simple thing. Both are happening, both are not happening. That we understood. We talked about it in the truth tables also in my third segment. Both are happening, both are not happening, the statement goes true in P double implies Q. So when it's going to go false, so why you are interested when it's going to go false? Because we are here to write double implies false kab hota hai, when one is happening without the other. So put your life into that, put life into that, not your life into that. P is happening and Q is not happening, at that time it goes false, or the other way around, or the Q is happening and the P is not happening. I would like to give you 2 examples on that, but you will have to allow me, or I beg a moment to clean up the screen to give you 2 examples on that. But before that, let's confirm this, let's lock this कि मैं समझा. Let's come to that. क्या पूछ रहा है? Sir, when is imply false? You know the answer, TFF. P is happening and Q is not happening, at that time it goes false. Why? Because the statement said if P happens then Q need to happen. So if P is happening and the Q is not happening, P is happening and the Q is not happening, at that time the imply happens to go false. Similarly over here also you know something. Both are happening, both are not happening, at that time the double implies go true. But we need to write the false part of that. So make one happen without the other. P is happening, check me writing that. I say, I write. P is happening and Q is not happening, or Q is happening and P is not happening, nahi chalega, the imply happens to go false, because double imply happens to say either both need to happen or both need not happen. If one happens without the other, it's going to go false. P is happening and Q is not happening, or Q is happening and P is not happening. I hope this must be of great help to you. Allow me to give 2 examples on that, so that we can complete the first segment, compound statements, and then we move on to quantified statements. Now negations, आपने 5 connectives के negations तो देख लिए. Now I just wanted to give you an example of last 2 one. Know how to write the negation of one imply ka statement and how to write the negation of double imply ka statement. So you can see on the screen right now 2 examples. One on implies and one on double implies. No, if then, and that's if and only if. Now question is write the negation of this. So फिलहाल तो first and foremost my statement is P implies Q. I hope you all agree to that. Now next I am supposed to write the negation of my given statement. So in the negation I happen to write not of P implies Q is what. Now try to press it hard. क्या लिखा था? When is imply false? Ask yourself when is imply false. अगर P होना तो Q होना. P हुआ and Q नहीं हुआ, it's going to be false. Even the table says that thing. P is happening and Q is not happening, it's going to go false. So it's P is happening and Q is not happening. I tell my batches to remember those words. When is imply? Ask yourself when is imply false. So when P happens and Q will not happen, it's going to be false. So P is happening. Why it's false? Because that's the statement said if P is happening then Q needs to happen. So if P is happening and the Q is not happening, we say it's false. P is happening and Q is not happening. Let's put it now. The answer. Now that's the rule what you have mentioned. So in the answer we say the quadrilateral has become a rhombus, or quadrilateral is a rhombus and it is not a parallelogram, and it is, you just need to follow that, and it is not a parallelogram. I hope this must be sufficing. It said P is happening and Q is not happening. That means quadrilateral did become a rhombus, but it is not a parallelogram, and it is not a parallelogram. The statement happens to go false. When the P is happening and Q is not happening. Let's check the next one. The second statement what they are giving me is P double implies Q. It's if and only if. Now I am supposed to write the negation, so we put the heading negation. Negation of what? The double implies. So not of P double implies Q. Need to sing behind the thing. You need to ask yourself, okay, when is double imply going to go false? क्या मालूम है डबल इम्प्लाइज के बारे में? सर हैपनिंग तो बोथ आर हैपनिंग और एज बोथ आर नॉट हैपनिंग. वन हैपन्स विदाउट द अदर, इट्स गोइंग टू गो फॉल्स. दैट्स व्हाट वी नीड टू राइट ओवर हियर. It's P is happening and the Q is not happening, or the other way around, or the other way around, Q is happening and P is not happening. At that time the double imply goes false, because in double implies either both need to happen or both need not happen. One happens without the other, it's going to go false. Now we need to write the answer. Now that's the rule what you have mentioned. But now the answer, the negation of the given statement. I can see today is Sunday and tomorrow will not be Monday, or tomorrow will be Monday and today is not Sunday. Sarji, very smooth. Check it, check it. Tap and do it. Na? Today is Sunday and tomorrow will not be Monday. In fact, I did not see that because I know the theme behind it. One needs to happen without the other. So today is Sunday and tomorrow will not be Monday, or tomorrow will be Monday and today is not Sunday. The negation of the given statement is done. Can I repeat that? P is happening and Q is not happening. What are we singing right now? Is it P double implies Q? Not at all, sir. It's the negation of P double implies Q, where we are trying to make the double implies false, where we are trying to make double implies false. And we know when double implies go false, when one is happening without the other, because in double implies either both need to happen or both need not happen. So P is happening and Q is not happening, or Q is happening and P is not happening. Today is Sunday and tomorrow is not Monday, or tomorrow is not Monday and today is Sunday is your end answer. That answer carries mark. Ye negations ka rules and all those are decorations. So please check that. I hope that was quite rich content over here about the negations. And now let's move into the negation of quantified statements. You should love that. Now it's the negation of quantified statements. You can see the blue mein it's quantified. Now why do we happen to say these statements are quantified statements? The words every, some and no, they are quantifiers. Mane sab kuch, kuch nahi, they are trying to quantify the statement, and that is why they call it as quantified statements, and the words are called as quantifiers. We have notations for that also. Maybe after that I will just reflect that kind of thing, where we talk in terms of notation. But right now we are supposed to write the negation of this quantified statements. Now every student is sincere ka negation likhna hai, so I put it in that way. Some students are not sincere. Some students are not sincere. Now these are prime statements, so we don't get a chance to apply the rules. So we don't have a backup of rules over here. So I normally happen to say to everybody कि थोड़ा दिल से होता है ये negation. माने when you write the negation, just try to ring in both the statements. Did you feel it negated? ऊपर लिखा था every student is sincere. आपने negation में लिखा some students are not sincere. It got negated. Now second, some students are sincere. उसका negation लिखना है, तो I'll say no student is sincere. No student is sincere. Yes, my viewers out there across the state watching right now us on JK Shah classes online.com on the platform right now. They are asking us, they are asking me one simple thing, हम कैसे manage करेंगे मानने. These are 3 examples you are giving me. How am I going to generalize the thing? Let me finish off. पहले तो just read this thing. Some students are sincere. आपका negation goes no student is sincere. उसने बोला कुछ sincere था, तूने बोला नहीं एक भी sincere नहीं था. Nobody is sincere. So you have negated it. Similarly, it says no student is sincere और उसका negation करना है. कोई भी एक क्लास में sincere नहीं है, तो आपको खाली इतना बोलना है ना कुछ तो sincere है. Some students are sincere. Some students are sincere. Check. And when you say both the statements, you yourself feel it कि it's negated. वहाँ लिखा था no student is sincere, आपने negation में लिखा some students are sincere. यहाँ लिखा था some students are sincere, आपने negation में लिखा no student is sincere. Now I have made this kind of thing easy for everybody to apply everywhere. Mane, while negation you can see the word every has changed to some, the some has changed to no, the no has changed to some. So I put it in this way, and it everybody in the batch loves singing that. Everything ka something, something ka nothing, nothing ka something. You heard it. While negating the quantified statements, you can make this homemade rules. You can keep this homemade rules. The everything becomes something, the something becomes nothing, the nothing becomes something. The great part about nothing, something, something, nothing. Only by changing the word some to no, the negation is done. Just check, the rest part is the same. Only by changing no to some, the negation is completed, the rest part remains the same. But every ka sum mein I do have to negate it. Now sir, this is pretty confusing. No, not at all. When you change something to nothing, आपने हाँ का ना किया. When you change nothing to something, आपने ना का हाँ किया. दिल से फील होता है नेगेशन हो गया. एवरीथिंग का समथिंग, समथिंग का नथिंग, नथिंग का समथिंग. थिंग थिंग थिंग. Let's hit it one more time. In the negation of quantified statements, he has given us a beautiful set of words, what to interchange to what. Everything ka something, something ka nothing, nothing ka something. Everything ka something, something ka nothing, nothing ka something. When you change something to nothing, sir ha ka na, negation done. When you change nothing to something, na ka ha. No man is animal, tu bolega some men are animals. Some men are animals, you will say no man is animal. So, no, by changing something to nothing, ha ka na, nothing to something, na ka ha, negation gets complete. No boss is good, you are going to say some bosses are good. No student is sincere, some students are sincere. No dog is intelligent, some dogs are intelligent. Now, something ka nothing, some bosses are good, no boss is good. Every boss is good. तो आप लिखोगे एवरीथिंग का समथिंग. सम बॉसेस आर, एवरी बॉस इज गुड बोला और आपने अगर ऐसा बोला सम बॉसेस आर गुड, दैट मीन्स यू आर ऑल्सो पार्टिंग विथ हिम. माने आप उनके ही पार्टी में हो. यू नीड टू कट इट. नेगेशन में यू नीड टू गो ऑपोजिट. सो वहाँ लिखा था एवरी बॉस इज गुड, यू विल हैव टू से सम बॉसेस आर नॉट गुड. Every student in the class is sincere. I have to say no, that student is not sincere. Some students in the class are not sincere, but that's not the case with something ka nothing, nothing ka something. It automatically gets negated by na ka ha ka na. Some students are sincere, no student is sincere. Sir, how do we remember? Something ka nothing. No dog is intelligent, some dogs are intelligent. Nothing ka something. So let's sing it one more time. Such a nice set of words. Everything ka something, something ka nothing, nothing ka something. Here I press it very hard. Check the LMR sheets provided to you. No, we have been providing LMR sheets to you all for all the topics. So I always suggest, since you are left to look into the LMR sessions of the other topic, always go through the LMR sheets first and then open up the video or get into the platform to watch that particular topic LMR. Let it be math subject or any other subject. It's my suggestion to you all. In the LMR sheets thoda sa more exhaustive hai. So you can settle down over there and then come to the video to check in the things, the tips what we happen to give you in the last minute revision for the respective topics. So with this I think so quite enough आपका quantified statements का clarity आ गया होगा. As in sir, we heard something really new from you. Everything ka something, something ka nothing, nothing ka something. Every, some, no, they make the statements quantified statements because they are quantifying the statements. Sab kuch, kuch nahi. So it's like quantifying a statement. So we say quantified statements. When you want to negate, change everything to something, something to nothing, nothing to something. Some bosses are good, something to nothing. No boss is good. No dog is animal. No dog is, sorry, no man is animal. No dog is intelligent. I am so sorry. No dog is intelligent. Change nothing to something. Some dogs are intelligent. So easy method, easy set of words, nice feeling when you sing it. Everything ka something, something ka nothing, nothing ka something. When you are asked to negate the quantified statement, wherever you want, you don't change it. Only when you are asked to negate the given quantified statements, you can take the help of this set of words. So allow me, I just need to show you one or two notations in the quantified statements and how to negate it, or while we negate it, what notations we need to use in the negation of the statement, of the given statement. I am pretty sure in the course of your learning the first topic during the academic year, you must have surely come across in this topic these notations. But from my end, let me just give something in this to you all. It says for all. No, that notation stands for all. For all x belonging to n, the x satisfies some particular given condition in the question. Now I want to write the negation. So I write there exists at least one x belonging to n such that condition is not satisfied. Condition is not satisfied. Honestly, if I start talking with you on this, I just felt like it said all students in the class are sincere. I just need to negate it by saying there exists at least one student over there who is not sincere. So something like that. All x satisfy the given condition. There exists, we need to write the negation of that. There exists at least one x. No, that's read as there exists at least one. No, that's for all. There exists at least one. LMR sheets gives this in a very nice way. Just check into that. There exists at least one x such that the condition is not satisfied. All students in the class were sincere. I said there exists at least one student in that corner who is not sincere. I hope I am not pointing you all, I am pointing somewhere else. Coming back, नीचे यहाँ लिख रहे हैं there exists at least one x such that the given condition is satisfied. I need to say all x belonging to my n do not satisfy do not satisfy the given condition, do not satisfy the given condition. Check please. Of course, while writing the negation, it said there exists at least one student in the class who was sincere. There exists at least one student in the class who is sincere. I said no student in my class is sincere. Thereby I am saying all the students in my class are not sincere. So I said all x do not satisfy my condition. They said there exists at least one x which satisfies the given condition. I stated in the negation all x do not satisfy the condition. That means there is no x which is satisfying the condition. There is no student in the class who is sincere, because they said there is at least one student in the class is sincere. I said no student in the class is sincere. All the students in the class are badmash, are not sincere. I hope students are not badmash, they are prankish. It's my understanding, staying with them for 22 long years. Coming back, I think so we just go for one more touch quick on that. For how do you know rehearse it. All x satisfy the given condition. All students in the class are sincere. There exists at least one x such that the condition is not satisfied. There exists at least one student in the class who is not sincere. I negated. He said all are sincere. I said no. There is one student in the class, at least one student in the class who is not sincere. यहाँ पे लिख रहे there exists at least one x such that the condition is satisfied. I said all x will not satisfy my condition. No x will satisfy the condition. So no के लिए तो we don't have a notation. So we go all x belonging to n will not satisfy the given condition. He said there is at least one student in the class who is sincere. I said all students in the class are not sincere. Nobody in the class is sincere. I hope with this your quantifier ka notations also got a bit more clear in your LMR. Now let's jump into the fifth segment, which says give me the converse, contrapositive and inverse for a given if then statement. Let's come on that and we talk on that. Now you can see there is one if then ka statement given to you. If the man is a bachelor, if a man is bachelor, then he is happy. No debate on that, sorry. That's P implies Q, and you are asked to write the converse. This is quite a frequently asked question in your board exam. They may not happen to ask you all three, but my suggestion is they ask you to write two of it, always. So always submit all three, because you are going to remember this as a set. So don't try to pluck out from that. If you try to pluck out something from that, you may happen to interchange the words and answers are going to go wrong. You need to write converse, contrapositive, inverse. Now if you make it Q implies P, we call it as a converse statement of the given if then statement. You write not Q implies not P, we happen to say it's the contrapositive of the given if then statement. And if you write not P implies not Q, it's going to be called as inverse of the given statement. So you need to remember this as a set. I have been always requesting the batches, remember this as a set. Now easy way to remember was this. No, it's like gumale. No, P implies Q. So gumale, then not dal de, and then gumale. Check that. It's gumale, not dal de, and then gumale. And one more khas important thing, okay, it's written for, all these three are written for if then statements, and they also are if then statements. All these three are written for implies, and they themselves also are imply statement. They themselves also are if then statements. So the answer goes in this way. Answers आपका बाकी है लिखने का. If the man is happy, then he is a bachelor. I am just bringing it down. No, I know what's my Q, what's my P. If the man is, it's all if then. It's written for if then, and it's all if then statements. The answers also are if then. If the man is happy, then he is a bachelor. If man is not happy, then he is not a bachelor. If man is not a bachelor, I started with if. It's written for if then, and they themselves are for if then. If the man is not a bachelor, then he is not happy. Check that. Can I come in once again? Given the if then statement, you are asked to write the converse, contrapositive and the inverse of the given if then statement. It's written only for if then statements, and they themselves also are if then statements. How do you put the entire set? Now I always request the student leave two lines and prepare this set over here, so that you can put in your answers over here what we just now have put a moment ago over here. No, it's CCI. No, don't interchange the sequence also. Let them ask whatever they want to ask out of this three, any two. Put your all three answers in this way. No, converse, contra, positive, inverse, CCI. How do you go about with that? सर घुमा ले, आपका वो अच्छा लगा सर, घुमा ले, नॉट डाल दे, घुमा ले, चेक दैट, घुमा ले, नॉट डाल दे, घुमा ले, घुमा ले, check it, घुमा ले, not डाल दे, घुमा ले. And once the set is ready, now anybody can come, no, even the bachcha can come in and he can fit in the answers. I just need to tell him that that's his Q and that's his P, which he can see very clearly, that's P, that's Q. So if the man is bachelor, if the man is happy, sorry, then he is a bachelor. If man is not happy, then he is not a bachelor. Now bring it over here. If the man is not a bachelor, then he is not happy, and your answer is complete. CCI. Gumale, not dal de, gumale. Check. Written for if then statements, and all are if then statements. I think that should be sufficing in your converse, contra, positive, inverse. आप बताओ आप क्या याद करके जाओगे? Sir, the entire block. इतना आपको memorize थोड़ा करना होगा. CCI, converse, contra, positive, inverse, because even if you write the answers and if you interchange the words, it goes completely wrong, it goes completely wrong. So I suggest remember the entire pack, CCI, converse, contra, positive, inverse, gumale, not dal de, and then gumale. So we had P implies Q, gumale, not dal de, gumale, and then fit in the answers what you know what you have in your statement. You know what's your P, what's your Q, as in this example. And then just try to fit in. They all are written for if then, all the three are written for if then, and they themselves are also if then. So your statements go if then, if then, if then, as in if the man is happy, then he is bachelor. If the man is not happy, then he is not a bachelor. If the man is bachelor, if the man is not a bachelor, I am so sorry, if the man is not a bachelor, then he is not happy. Got it? Now, I think so you are reading something very nice over there. Picture abhi baki hai. A few more things we need to discuss, as in the very khas important thing, the algebra of statements, and then comes the Venn diagram. So this few things I need to talk about. Algebra of statements mein what I am planning is to at least explain you all the laws, and then let's see one nice sum on that, and then the Venn diagram. Venn diagram is quite sweet too. It's a small thing which we have been referring quite from long back, school level, say Venn diagram. We have been seeing that. So it's not so confusing. It's a very straightforward thing. Let's look into those two segments now. Algebra of statements. Frankly speaking, this comes towards the later part of the topic. Now, after being student being grilled, he or herself always finds grilled in the topic. Long topic. Too many different segments in this. So by the time they reach to the end, they always want to sneak out of the topic thoda sa quickly, and so algebra of statements always gets thoda sa unjustified time, and it seems to be ignored because it talks of many laws in that, and somehow I don't think students were that comfortable while learning this, but we have made it quite mandatory. Even that needs to go down with the batches. So we do spend time on this also. Algebra in the normal course of the year, we do happen to spend time on that. So coming back, आपके laws, commutative law. Now these are the few names which you will have to rehearse. You need to mention the law when you use it in a sum. Lately in the papers, this is of course your first year of revised syllabus, but in papers lately, in the past two syllabuses, that means past 10 years, they have been putting a question on this, on logical equivalence. They ask you to prove something equal to something, which with our discussion in the LMR also we know we can do it by the help of truth table, column A, column B. If I can know, if I understand, you can recall that. With truth tables also you can prove that the statements are logically equivalent. But they do mention over there using algebra of statements or without using the truth table. So if at all you use the truth table, first of all you invite his anger. कि you've gone against the question setter ka no question, and comma he happens to give you no marks for that. Also he doesn't enjoy checking your S part of the paper because you have not abided by something. Leave it if you are not comfortable, but that should not be the case. But do not try to put in some other method expecting कि some mercy marks are going to come. नहीं, mercy में marks नहीं आएंगे, गुस्से में marks चले जाएंगे. इसके नहीं, post इसके बाद he is not going to have a good frame of yours while checking the paper, so he may happen to cut थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा marks. Human nature involved in no check-in. Wherever human nature is involved, it's going to go no plus and minus all the time. So you need to take care while you are writing your examination paper, while writing sums. If you are not too sure, do not put up any hazy solutions or 50-50 solutions, taking away his time to look into that how much marks he has to give you. Select the right options in your paper. Every question has got an option. Mane attempt 2 out of 3 is the regular pattern up till now. So always out of 3 questions you get a chance to select the best 2 what you are comfortable in solving, and always project that solution. Pehle. Coming over here, commutative law, the very first law. It goes this way. It says P or Q can be written as Q or P. I was not surprised. P is happening or Q is happening के बदले Q is happening or P is happening बोला. Ali is intelligent or he is hard working. Ali is hard working or is intelligent. No, it seems the same. Similarly, P and Q goes Q and P. So even that doesn't sound me anything new for me. I knew it pehle se. But only thing the name has come in front of me for the first time. This law is called as commutative law. P is happening and Q is happening ke badle Q is happening and P is happening bola. I like milk and tea, or I say I like tea and milk. It sounds the same. So it's called as commutative law. You can interchange. You can interchange P and Q. You can write Q and P. P or Q you can write Q or P. In algebra, in maths, 2 plus 3 you can always write 3 plus 2. 2 into 3 you can always write 3 into 2. Sir वो into बोले हाँ, and many do understand coming from FI जैसी कि and is multiplication or is addition, something like that. You always try to relate that thing. Associative law. Now that goes in this way. P or Q or R. You can shift the bracket P or Q or R. See, we are not here to prove that by, no, I can prove this by logical equivalence, by the the truth table with 8 combinations, because it's PQR. But right now for my simple understanding as far as the law is concerned, I can see some maths in that. No, I go 2 plus 3 plus 5, or I go 2 plus 3 plus 5. The answer is going to be the same, 10. Check that. 2 plus 3 plus 5, or you go 2 plus 3 and then plus 5. The answer in both the cases is going to be the same. Similarly, P and Q and R. You can shift the bracket and you can write P and Q and R. Again, it sounds simple maths in this. I go A into BC, or I go AB into C. The product ultimately it's always going to be ABC. I go 2 into 3 into 6, or I go 2 into 3 first and then into 6. In both the cases the answer is going to be 36. I can shift the brackets, but you need to just take care, it's or, it's and. So if it goes the other way, we have to go for the distributive law. No, we have to open the brackets over there. But coming back over here, shifting the bracket seems to be quite simple now. Can I just rub it so that we can focus on the next, because if all come into the picture, maybe the screen becomes quite ugly and you may not focus on the law what we are talking about. Distributive law. It sounds in this way, P or Q and R. Sir, wo to abhi kiya. No, that was P or Q or R, and the other was P and Q and R. It was or and. Now this is P or Q and R. So we need to open the brackets in that. It's going to go P or Q and P or R. I hope I justified by saying something before the start. We need to open the brackets. It's P or Q and P or R. Check. P or Q and P or R. The other way around, I'm sorry, P and Q or R. Now again, it's not and. Okay, we apply associative law, please. You cannot shift the brackets. For shifting the brackets, it need to be or it need to be and. I'll do that one more time, but let me finish off that. This is and on or, this is or on and. In those cases, we need to open the bracket. So we go P and Q or P and R. Looks to be quite smooth if you are looking over there. It's P and Q or P and R. Open the bracket. It's P and Q or P and R. Upar wala, don't see over here. Open the bracket. P or Q and P or R. The P or entering the bracket. P or Q and P or R. Niche wala P and entering the bracket. P and Q or P and R. Students do happen to get thoda sa confused with the two. So I did happen to give you that thoda sa word of caution. Okay, how do you differentiate? That's or, that's and. It's or on or, and. So it's 2 plus 3 plus 5, you can shift the bracket. It's 2 into 3 into 5, you can shift the bracket. Can I just put that thing one more time? P or Q or R. Now we don't open the bracket. 2 plus bracket 3 plus 5. We are not forced to open the bracket 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 5. So it's max you can do is you can shift the bracket. 2 plus 3 plus 5 tha, you can go 2 plus 3 first and plus 5 baad mein. So it went 2 plus 3 and then plus 5. So similarly over here, P or Q or R, you can shift the bracket P or Q or R. Check please. P or Q or R, you can go P or Q or R. Similarly P and Q and R, you can go P and Q and R. Or and. Niche wala it was or on and on or. In those cases you need to open the bracket. Thoda sa alert. It's P or entering the bracket P or Q and P or R. Niche wala P and entering the bracket P and Q or P and R. I hope that much is clear. Now you may be thinking sir आप रब कर देते हो तो हम कैसे उसको कैप्चर करेंगे? LMR sheets. LMR sheets में I put the entire laws. Then in my words I have explained them. Okay, how do we remember all those things? Especially coming to complement and identity law, it's an understanding. You cannot remember all these things. ये सब ठीक है. This all एक image बन जाता है. Need not look into that to remember. Bracket shifting है, commutative. You can interchange. Distributive, as the name says, even in matrices, coming next topic, you must have gone through that in the due course of the year. A into B plus C, you open the bracket, AB plus AC. Similarly, that's called distributive law in matrices, distributive law in algebra. And the name goes algebra of statements, check that. Algebra of statements involved in mathematical logic. Complement law goes in this way, P or not P, P and not P. Complement law because the two statements are complements of each other. It's A dash, sets. ये A है आपका A dash, it's P, it's not P. So they are complements of each other. Now answer to that is it's always tautology, answer to that it's always contradiction. So capital T, no I didn't say true, it's tautology. Tautology का notation है small t. That's why at the beginning I said कि true and false के लिए you have to use compulsory capital T, capital F. And P and not P goes C. Now I would like to throw some light on that. मैं ये याद नहीं करेगा, याद करेगा तो मुझे गारंटी है कि मैं वहाँ जाके उल्टा सुल्टा करके आ जाएगा. Now understanding was very simple. और में we are seeing P or not P. That means one is happening and one is not happening. और में अगर एक भी हुआ तो it's always going to be true. So answer is tautology. Check me saying one more time. This is something what I have written in LMR sheets, which is going to be really very helpful to you all. So please look into that in all the topics. It's supported with examples, so you may enjoy learning the things or revising the things. Learning to nahi, learning was the during the year in your respective institutes, in your respective colleges, online lectures. But right now coming over here, P and not P. And में एक हो रहा है एक नहीं हो रहा है. So with full confirmation you are saying एक हो रहा है एक नहीं हो रहा है. P is happening तो not P is not happening. If P is not happening then not P is happening. So and में एक तो confirm है कि one is happening and other is not happening. It's going to go false because and में both need to happen to make it true. So this statement is always going to go false. It's always going to be contradiction. C. Check me once again. Check this once again. Why check me once again? P or not P. Talk to yourself. और है एक हो रहा है एक नहीं हो रहा है. Always true. Because एक भी हुआ तो और में it's always true. एंड में एक हो रहा है एक नहीं हो रहा है. टॉक इन दैट वे. एक हो रहा है एक नहीं हो रहा है. सो इट्स ऑलवेज गोइंग टू बी फॉल्स बिकॉज एंड में दोनों होना जरूरी है टू मेक इट ट्रू. सो इट्स ऑलवेज गोइंग टू बी फॉल्स. वी से इट्स कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन. द स्टेटमेंट इज कॉल्ड कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन एंड दैट स्टेटमेंट इज कॉल्ड एज अ टॉटोलॉजी. टी, स्मॉल टी. आई होप दैट इज वेरी क्लियर. क्या बात करेगा जब तू ये देखेगा? क्या बात करेगा जब तू ये देखेगा? और एक हो रहा है एक नहीं हो रहा है. It's always going to be true because one also happening in or it's going to be true. एंड एक हो रहा है एक नहीं हो रहा है, सर इट्स फॉल्स बिकॉज एंड में दोनों होना चाहिए. False, always false, we say the statement is contradiction. Always true, we say the statement is tautology. Done. Now identity law. ये student यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा सर जी मैं तो मगअप ही करूँगा. And I just imagine, I just keep thinking, मगअप कैसे करेंगे माने. Check that. Law goes in this way. P or T, P or C. I hope small t, small c अब आपको समझ में आता है. T is the tautology, C is the contradiction. Man, that's true, that's false. ये क्या होगा ये आपको लिखना है. Once again I would say or एक हो रहा है. No, that's true. So एक हो रहा है. So फिर हम सोच क्यों रहे हैं? It's always going to be true. और में अगर एक भी statement true जाता है, the answer is always true. So the statement goes tautology. Check, check. और में ये नहीं हो रहा है, it's false. So then the answer depends on P. P takes the call. P is the answer. I mean to say if P goes true, then the statement is going to go true. If P goes false, the statement is going to go false. That means जो P का value है वही यहाँ आएगा, तो फिर P ही आएगा. P takes the call. Let me go in once again. And if you miss out listening to that, you can always rewind and play. Comma, LMR sheet में these words are put in over there as a part of explanation. As sorry, a gift from JK Shah classes to you all, to all the viewers. Now coming back over here once again, identity law में P और there is one more set also, and भी होता है इसके अंदर. P और T, T बोलेगा तो true, और में एक true है तो फिर सोच क्यों रहे हैं. अगर और में एक true हो रहा है तो why are we thinking? It's always going to be true because at least one had to happen and one is happening. So that's the subject what you need to attach. Mane when in the paper you come across that kind of situation, you cannot try and pluck out from your memory cell के P और T मैंने क्या याद किया था. It's difficult. उसके बदले और में एक हो रहा है तो हम सोच क्यों रहा है. It's always true. और में ये नहीं हो रहा है तो रोना नहीं है, उम्मीद नहीं हारा, because then P still is alive. If P goes true, the answer goes true. If P goes false, the answer goes false. That means जो P का वैल्यू है वो यहाँ आएगा तो फिर P यहाँ आएगा. I hope you understand. Can I take in the next two? P and T, P and T, P and C. I said there is one more set. और में है तो end में भी होना चाहिए. Now talk to yourself. End में एक हो रहा है तो खुश मत हो जा, because end में दोनों होना चाहिए. That means it all depends on P. If P goes true, the answer will go true. If P go false, the answer is going to go false. जो P का वैल्यू वो यहाँ आएगा, so P यहाँ आएगा. Check that. Can I come in one more time? And माने मैं as a student, and में एक हो रहा है, खुश नहीं होना है. It all depends now on P. अगर P हो रहा है, if P goes true, the answer will go true. The P goes false, the answer will go false because end में दोनों true होना चाहिए. एक तो true है, so it depends on the second one. If P goes true, the answer true. P goes false, answer false. P का वैल्यू सामने आता है, जो P है वही यहाँ आता है, तो फिर P यहाँ आता है. I hope you got that. Coming back, next one, P and C. बात ही खल्लास. एंड में ये नहीं हो रहा है तो फिर हम सोच क्यों रहा है. It is false. एंड में दोनों होना चाहिए. If one is not happening, you need not think about the other. It's always going to be false. So we say it's contradiction. So it was a game of tautology, contradiction. You're not supposed to write F and T over here, F and T, capital F and T over here. You need to write tautology and contradiction. Can I just pull that thing one more time along with complement, and then we see one sum on that. Let's check that. P or not P, and that goes P and not P. What are you going to talk to yourself? Sir, और में एक हो रहा है एक नहीं हो रहा है. It's enough. It's tautology. It's always true because एक हो रहा है. एंड में सर एक हो रहा है एक नहीं हो रहा है, और द अदर वे राउंड. एंड में एक नहीं हो रहा है तो एक हो रहा है, बट एक नहीं हो रहा है. एंड दैट सेज द स्टेटमेंट इज ऑलवेज गोइंग टू गो फॉल्स बिकॉज एंड में दोनों होना ज़रूरी है. सो इट्स फॉल्स ऑलवेज, सो वी से इट्स कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन. कमिंग बैक ओवर हियर, और में एक हो रहा है तो फिर सोच क्यों रहा है. इट्स ऑलवेज ट्रू, टॉटोलॉजी. और में एक नहीं हो रहा है, रो मत, उम्मीद मत छोड़. P पे डिपेंड करता है. P takes the call. How? If P goes true, the statement goes true. The P goes false, it will go false. जो P का वैल्यू वो यहाँ आएगा तो P यहाँ आएगा. Same over here. P and T. एंड में एक हो रहा है, wait, don't celebrate. It depends on P. P true जाएगा तो true होगा, P false जाएगा तो false होगा. जो P का वैल्यू वो यहाँ होगा, so P यहाँ होगा. I hope you are covering it nicely. P and C. फटक से एंड में सर ये नहीं हो रहा है तो सोचना ही क्यों है. It's going to be false, contradiction all the time. So I would just like to bring in one quick sum on that, so that I just show you okay, how do we apply the laws in that. Of course, one sum will not justify the entire algebra of statements, but then I did support 2 or 3 more sums in the LMR sheet, so that it turns out to be really helpful for you. The sheets turn out to be really very helpful to you, along with my communicating with you via LMR sessions. It should form a very good combination. Now, give me a chance to bring in that sum, and then we move on to the last segment, Venn diagram, which I think so should take not more than 5 minutes. They are asking you to prove this without the truth table using algebra of statements. Initially student always feels, oh gosh yaar, truth table hota to fatafat solve kar liya hota. But if he or she, I am saying with full confirmation, but if he or she is comfortable with the algebra of statements, he or she always wants के ऐसा question no काश algebra of statements के साथ ही prove करने का आता. Because table के लिए you need to take efforts, माने ना column headings, drawing the tables, and then going TF and no सब connectives याद करो. In this, if you are comfortable with rules, just check that. That is why I just wanted to show you one sum in the LMR, so that gives you a good prompt. Okay, let's look into few more sums on this in the LMR sheets, or maybe in the books what you have prepared or what you are referring during the course of the year. But coming back over here, without using algebra of statements, you need to prove this is this, or without the truth table. The question can be framed in any one of the ways. Kya start? It's always the first start. If I would have been solving 4-5 sums, you would have got it. It's only the first step, and then the sum slides automatically. It takes its own course. But first step, look into the bracket. I see or. Can I shift the bracket? Not because I saw or. No, I am getting that good feeling कि ये bracket अगर यहाँ shift हो गया तो Q not Q. I can see the complements coming into picture. So we go for the first step, P and not of P or Q or not Q. I think you need to mention the law, associative law. No, commutative was interchanging, associative was bracket shifting, distributive was bracket opening, and then complement to वहाँ दिख जाता है. No, you see the complement sign, the negation. So we say complement law, and the last set was that TC ka laws. It was called as identity law. But coming back, I just shifted the bracket. And anyway, can I just tell you something? From the basic standard, second, third से no BODMAS जब से हमारे उसमें ध्यान में आता है, we first look into the bracket. Bracket देखा, चल यार shift करते, because these two are looking good, as in right now. Now, when you see that Q or not P, you cannot recollect the complement law. Just talk to yourself. और में एक हो रहा है, एक नहीं हो रहा है. So I think so that goes true. Check please. That goes true. How? Sir, और में एक हो रहा था, एक नहीं हो रहा था. एक हो रहा था, sir, that was enough for me to say the statement has gone tautology. So we say we have applied the complement. You are not supposed to use the initials over here. Only thing I am talking with you right now karke, I just afford to write A and C. Associative law in full words, complement law in full words. And without the law ka mention, I don't think so they are going to check your this sum. So you need to write the laws. And that too when you are applying it. Do not finish off, वो बहुत foolish हो जाएगा. People finish off the sum, 4-5 steps का, and then they start writing the laws. उसके लिए वापस आपको sum पढ़ना पड़ेगा, कौन सा law apply किया. So the moment you applied it, बाजू में एक partition मार के just write the law what you are using in that step. Coming over here next, oh, I have come to that TC law, last वाला, identity law. Talk to yourself, और में एक हो रहा है तो फिर तू सोच क्यों रहा है. It's always true. और में one is happening, it's true. So it goes P and T, check. I am in fact not trying to recollect the rules what I had no written. I am just talking to myself. Over here if I am talking और में एक हो रहा है, एक नहीं हो रहा है. एक हो रहा है ना, तो it's true. I wrote it. और में एक हो रहा है, एक हो रहा है ना, तो it's true. Over there complement law what we applied. And now from here to here when I am applying TC law, it's my identity law. So और में एक हो रहा है, मैं सोच नहीं रहा है, it's always true. Now again talk to yourself. Again that's your identity law what you applied. And once again now end में सर वो तो अभी सामने लिखा है वो लिख देंगे. No, that's तो cheating हो गया ना. While learning, see in exam or maybe in your periodic test at your institutes, in your college, you are quick on that. You got that without thinking, that's fine, that's smartness. But even then I would say count on the full solution कि you solved it by yourself. So while learning you cannot afford to say कि वो आ था तो मैं लिख दिया करके. No, talk to yourself. ना end में एक हो रहा है तो खुश मत हो. End में both need to happen. So it depends on P. And then if P goes true, the answer goes true. P goes false, the answer goes false. तो जो P का value वही इधर आएगा and therefore only P आएगा. And once again we have applied identity law. Just to remind you, we need to put the full names. ऐसे initials नहीं चलते हैं. So probably we can say we wonderfully finished off our no LHS to RHS. It's proved. And now I think so we are just left with one more thing, Venn diagram. Let's jump into that quickly. Now the last segment आता है कोई भी टॉपिक का तो everybody थोड़ा सा upbeat हो जाता है. Oh, it's exit time. Natural tendency, human nature. Coming back, Venn diagrams, and this is really quite simple. So we discuss all the 4 Venn diagrams and then we put an end to this LMR session. Hope it was not too long. It really must have helped you all. But let me get into Venn diagrams first. The first Venn diagram type is all x are y. Now when they say all x are y, that means the diagram happens to go in this way. No, it goes all x need to be within y. Now that's your universal set U. It says the diagram clearly says all x are y. Now if I can cite one example, all students are sincere should make you really happy. Which is actually not the case. But as I said, it's not sincere or insincere or not sincere. It's basically the age, 16, 17, where people keep flocking from one place to other place. Coming back over here, but I do take all students, those who are attending the session, they need to be sincere. So if I am talking of you all students, you are really sincere, attending the LMR session, provided to you by us all. All x are y, I just put in a statement all students are sincere. So my x set says it's a set of all the students and the y is a set of all the sincere people, set of all sincere people on the globe. So we say all students are sincere, the x goes within the y. There is one connective which means the same. If I can put in one example, if Sunday then holiday. If Sunday then holiday. I do understand what it tries to say. Now first of all it is x implies y right now. But if Sunday then holiday, it means that whenever it's going to be Sunday, it's going to be holiday. That means all the Sundays are holidays. So we have a set of all Sundays and we have set of all holidays. All the Sundays need to be holidays. But all the holidays need not be Sundays. Apart from Sundays also we do have holidays. Yes, it's that way. Coming back, just check in. If Sunday, then holiday. Can I put in one more example? I just want to highlight that if it says x implies y, that means whenever it is x, you need to have y. That means all the x were y's. So you need to draw that diagram. Teacher implies sincere. That means whenever it's a teacher, whenever he or she is a teacher, it's implied that he or she is sincere. That means all the teachers need to be sincere. So we have a set of teachers inside and then outside we have a set of sincere people. So if I can say T stands for the set of all the teachers and S stands for the set of all the sincere people, I can say all the teachers are sincere. Teacher implies sincere. Sunday implies holiday. So all Sundays are holiday. Teacher implies sincere. All teachers are sincere. Student implies sincere. All students are sincere. Whenever student, he or she will be sincere. So all students are sincere. So need to keep that thing in mind. If the language changes from all x to y to implies, or if x then y, you understood. If x then y bolega to all the x need to be y. Only then we say if it is x, then we need to have y. So it's only possible when the entire x ka set goes inside the set of y. Now coming to the next one, which seems to be thoda sa simpler than this one. Even that was quite simple. Some x are y. Some x are y. So in that we have got two sets, two intersecting sets like that. Now that's the diagram which I think so everybody is aware of, right from the Venn diagram ka days, which you must have seen in 11th, which you must have seen in your school level also, in few streams if I am not wrong. Some x are y. I can see these are the some x which are my y. So, if I put up an example, some politicians are rich, then I need to make a set P. Let us say I pick up the initials as a set name. P will be the set of all the politicians, and R will be the set of all the rich people on this earth, and U is a set of all the human beings. So, I can see the diagram clearly says these are some politicians which are rich, but apart from that, if the question now goes in this way, some politicians are not rich, students should not get confused. The diagram still remains the same. Some politicians are not rich bolke, they are saying the rest of the politicians were rich. That means it was an intersecting set. Only thing कि आपको marking में you have to mark as per what the statement was trying to tell you. Some politicians were not rich. So, you need to mark that. Now, these are the politicians who were not rich and the balance were rich, but the statement said some politicians were not rich. So, whoever refers the diagram, he should come to the same conclusion what was there in the given statement. जो भी ये diagram देखेगा वो यही बोलेगा. Okay, the area marked over here is the politicians who are not rich, and that too some politicians are not rich. The some word can also be replaced by many. Many politicians are rich. Now, it should not be misunderstood that it meant all. Many doesn't mean all. No, कुछ के लिए कुछ होता है, वही कुछ के लिए बहुत कुछ होता है. This is something the way I try to tell the batch. Okay, the some is a relative word. Some and many are relative word. It's the way you look at the thing. माने कुछ के लिए कुछ ही होता है और वही कुछ के लिए बहुत कुछ होता है. So both are the same. So when they say many politicians are rich, so you should not misunderstand that it meant to say all the politicians are rich. For that they need to say all the politicians are rich. Many politicians are rich, I think so. Once again it comes down to the center area which you need to hatch, and these are the politicians who are rich. Many politicians are rich also says that it never meant all the politicians are rich. That means it comes down to what? Some are rich and the rest are not rich. It has to be intersecting set. So that was about some x are y, some x are not y, some y are x, some y are not x, many x are y, many y are x. It all means the same, but only thing you will have to mark the area as per what the statement has asked you to. Some politicians are rich, it goes this area. Some politicians are not rich, it goes this area. Some rich are politicians, again the center area. Some rich are not politicians, it's the rightmost area. I hope you understood that. Now, third one seems to be more simpler than this one. It's a very clean statement. No x is y. Now, when they say no x is y, I got it, even no y has to be x. No, I repeat, no x is y ka matlab hai even no y needs to be x, because if a part of y goes with x, that means some of the y's were x, that means that many x were y's. Am I confusing? No. No x is y also implies no y can be x. So, it has to be two disjoint sets, So, let us say no wicket keeper is a bowler in an Indian cricket team. So, you can say W stands for a set of all the wicket keepers in the Indian cricket team, the Y stands for set of all the bowlers in the Indian cricket team, and U stands for set of all human beings if you want to have a bigger universe, or you can say set of all the players in the Indian cricket team, which includes also the batsmen. So, ये आ गया तो 12 batsmen वो सब आ गए. Or maybe if you want to make it very simple, set of all human beings on the earth, or set of all the human beings. But let me define the sets one more time. W stands for the set of all the wicket keepers in the Indian cricket team. B, set of all the bowlers in the Indian cricket team, and U, Indian cricket team. Maybe as simple as that. Or set of all the members in the, or all the players in the Indian cricket team. Coming back to that, the question said no wicket keeper is a bowler. So, we need to have this kind of sets drawn over there. And the last, coming back to I hope explaining ke saath saath I just supported with some examples. So, that should be a very good picture for you for Venn diagrams. Now, they say all x are y. Sir, ye to ho gaya. No, let me finish off. All x are y and all y are x, and all y are x. I think so. If you get it right, it is one single set. You call it x, you call it y. They need to be same. All the x need to be y and all the y need to be x. All politicians are rich and all the rich people are politicians. That means the P has to be equal to R. Now, you cannot have anybody outside, any rich person outside. He has to be all inside over here. Same way for politicians also. Every politician is a rich person, every rich person is a politician. I hope I am not hurting anybody's sentiment. Being rich is not a curse, neither it's a boon. Rich है, भगवान की मेहर है. Politician है, भगवान की मेहर है. So all politicians are rich. इतना बोला होता, it would have gone into the first diagram, where politician and outside we have got a rich ka circle. So all politicians are rich. But the second, this last one says all politicians are rich and all the rich people are politician. So it has to be one single set. The set can be called as politician ka set. It can be also called as rich people ka set, because they all are the same. Rich है तो politician है, politician है तो rich है. माने if the person is inside, he is rich and politician both. If he is outside, he is neither rich nor politician. That's what the statement meant. All rich people need to be politicians and all politicians need to be rich. So the set drawing will be going in this way and the set ka description goes in this way. You need to describe the sets, no marks for that. P, set of all the politicians, R, set of all the rich people, and U, set of all the human beings. So I think with this we have comfortably covered the most part of the topic. LMR mein it's, I cannot say that I have complete in all the entire thing of the topic. That's completely impossible. Uska matlab hai then in the coming chapters I will be just talking about the formulas given the time limitation. So that's not the case what we are going to do in the LMR. We just in the LMR we try to bring up the more concentrated part, the more what you say, the useful concepts what students would like to hear in the last minute. So with that we end the first session, first LMR session on the topic 1, and I am really excited to get with you all in the next one, matrices. And I hope you must have enjoyed and you must be equally excited to see me once again doing the LMR sessions of the remaining topic of paper 1. Till then everybody take care, bye, enjoyed with you and hope the same over there also. This is Ashish sir talking to you right now on jkshahclassesonline.com. Thank you so much.